Hello there, and welcome to the Star Wars Showdown channel. My name is Simon, and we have finally got some news on the new Star Wars animated show, Star Wars Resistance. Now, Star Wars Resistance was the animated show announced earlier this year to succeed Star Wars Rebels. So far, there's been very few details released. We do know that the show is going to be based on the adventures of a Resistance X-Wing pilot by the name of Kazuda Xiono. I think that's how you pronounce the name, I'm not 100% certain. And he is going to be spying on the First Order. Now, as I say, there's not much more known about that. However, recently, there has been some news that the show is due to release in October on Disney XD. And there's also been some artwork released showing us, for the first time, some of the characters. So you can see here that we have some artwork of what we would presume are the main antagonists and the main protagonists. On the left hand side you can see Captain Phasma alongside a couple of stormtroopers, and what I thought initially was the Cardinal. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, the Cardinal was a key character in the Phasma book. He was basically the head stormtrooper before she came along. However, on closer inspection, I don't actually believe this is the Cardinal. The armour that this trooper is wearing looks more akin to the TIE Fighter pilot's uniform. So, it's my belief that this character could be a rival for our main protagonist. So speaking of Kazuda, we can see, well, we presume this is Kazuda on the right hand side in the forefront of the picture. He's kind of got a very kind of young Ezra Bridger look to him. In the background we've got what I would again assume are some of his colleagues, an interesting alien character at the very back alongside Poe Dameron. Just below on the right we can see BB-8 and what we would presume is Kazuda's X-Wing. It's a very interesting looking X-Wing. It's got again a World War II style wing set to it. And of course the modification at the very front of the X-Wing, which we are still uncertain about. So what really does the image show us? Well, it gives us an inkling into the animation style. It looks like it's going to be very similar to the Avatar: The Last Airbender style. So if I had to guess, I would say that Poe Dameron and Captain Phasma are going to be frequent characters. Maybe not main characters in the show, but they're going to be there enough to remind us that this is linked very closely to the sequel trilogy. One thing that I hope they do have more of is more aliens. Again, it's disappointing to only see one alien in the initial artwork. However, there may be more coming, so I'm not going to judge the show on that just yet. Something that does really interest me is the X-Wing. It's got a very unique design, and the wings seem to bend inwards and outwards, very similar to some of the old World War II planes. As mentioned, it has some kind of an adaptation on the front, whether that's a weapon, some kind of pod to carry someone. We don't know yet. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes and ultimately why it's not in the sequel trilogy itself. And it looks like we're going to be getting a better look into the First Order, something that I have wanted for quite some time. I'm very interested in learning the history of the First Order, and this seems to be a good chance for them to flush out some of the characters and make the First Order a bit more of a threat. So what I'd like to know is, what do you guys think of the things that we've seen so far? What do you think of the artwork? What do you think of the potential story that's going to be going behind this? Are you looking forward to it? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, we'll be back with more news as soon as we have it. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.